Let's now shift focus and talk about the latest on the farmers' protests in India. On Tuesday morning, farmers marched from the Indian state of Punjab to the national capital to press for their demands. And here they were met with heavy barricades, concrete blocks, iron nails and tear gas. The police resorted to tear gas shelling in order to disperse the hundreds of farmers and their supporters. A group of young people tried to break the barricades by lifting away cement blocks placed there to halt the march. Clashes broke out between farmers and the local cops. Some protesters were also detained. Hundreds of farmers and their supporters were seen mobilizing on foot and in large convoys of tractors in many parts of Punjab and Haryana.
Sir, killer ke khloyo please.
Meanwhile, riot control teams stood guard behind barricades on main roads leading into the national capital, where the police prohibited large gatherings. Key border points linking Delhi with other cities were choked amid multiple diversions. Long queues of cars were seen on the highways. Commuters stuck on the highways complained that they were moving at a glacial pace, a kilometre in an hour in some parts. Farmers headed towards Delhi after talks between the farmers' unions and the ministers failed to secure commitments to provide minimum prices for a range of crops. So here's why the Indian farmers are protesting basically. They are seeking guarantees of more state support backed by law. They want minimum purchase price for crops. It's called the minimum support price or MSP. And MSP is a crucial lifeline for the farmers facing market uncertainties. Every year, in fact, the government announces support prices for more than 20 crops. This is aimed at setting a benchmark. But the state agencies buy only rice and wheat at the support level, benefiting only around 7% of farmers who raise those crops. And the state agencies buy the two staples at government-fixed MSP in order to build reserves. And they do this so that they can run what is considered the world's biggest food welfare program, one that entitles 800 million Indians to free rice and wheat. And this costs the government $24.7 billion annually. It is the largest outgoing subsidy. In the year 2020, the farmers first protested against the three contentious farm laws. In 2021, after India's longest farmers' protest in years, the Modi government repealed the farm laws. The government promised to set up a new panel, one that would basically consist of growers as well as government officials. They would work together to find ways to ensure support prices for all produce. And almost a year later, on the 12th of July 2022, the Modi government had established an expert committee. And in October last year, the central government declared an increase in MSP for 6 crops. But farmers remain unconvinced. Farmer leaders saying that there is still a lack of clarity on the legal guarantees for the minimum support price. And this time, they are protesting to demand a legal guarantee for MSP for all crops. They want full debt waiver for the farmers, they want pension for farmers, and the withdrawal of cases against farmers during the 2020 protest. Now, farm policy experts saying that buying all farm produce at the state-set minimum support price is economically unviable, but the farmers don't agree. They have other key demands revolving around the repeal of the Electricity Act 2020, compensation for farmers killed in the last protest, and the withdrawal of cases against those involved in the farmers' movement. While an agreement was reached on these issues on Monday night, when the two sides held meetings, farmers remain steadfast in their resolve. They say and they assert that the promises made by the government 2 years ago have not been fulfilled. Reports suggest that the government may be willing to withdraw cases against the farmers registered during the 2020 to 21 protests. However, talks on other key demands, including legal guarantees for MSP, remained inconclusive. Hence the protest today. As for how long the farmers can actually sustain the protests, farmers say they are in no hurry. The new season wheat crop will be ready for harvest only a month from now. They have brought tents and ration to the highways. They are ready to protest for as long as it takes, they say. What can the government offer? The government has already fixed this year's MSP for wheat. This is at $27.41 per 100 kg, 7% higher than in 2023, and the government is open to talks. In fact, it had started the negotiation process even before the protest started today. The first meeting between the farm leaders and the ministers took place on the 8th of February. Another one took place on the 12th of February. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.